Hello, Vanakkam and welcome to Sudarshan Speaks. I'm Sudarshan, the host. After a long break, I guess. I'm with one of the kindest person I met, Mr. Karthik Pasupati, who is leading marketing at Prudent AI. And welcome, Karthik. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Susan. Thanks for being so kind and telling that I am the kindest person that you've met. So I am honored. So thank you. And it's great to be on the podcast.
Right. Yes. So this episode, as we planned, this is about Chennai. So and we'll be talking about what Chennai is, and like Chennai been a we call it a SaaS capital, and we have like amazing companies in Chennai, and also like not only it's about startups and hustle. No, like it's more than that. Like we'll talk about Chennai people, food, culture, and everything around, and definitely about give you our top five biryanis so that you can check the coming weeks. Yes. So shall we begin, Karthik?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Right. So first of all, I would like to begin with this question. I recently was talking with an Bangalore founder who said that, of course, you have like Zoho, Freshworks, ChargeBee, Kissflow, but with that, like four, five companies you're calling or claiming yourself a SaaS capital, and I kind of felt, I mean, like okay with what he said. Like, what do you think? What's your take?
So I think the term SaaS capital of the country was I think it was given by the media, and it's not like uh, Chennai people have claimed that we want to be the SaaS capital or we are the SaaS capital. I mean, if somebody says we are, then we say okay, yeah, we might as well be the SaaS capital. I mean, probably this is where it all started. I would say, rather than it being the capital, uh, right? So I think claiming to be SaaS capital has nothing to do with growth or nothing to do with the Indian startup ecosystem, in my opinion. I mean, there are startups in every city, and the next 10 years it's going to be even more widespread, right? Tier two, tier three cities across Tamil Nadu or across India is going to see a lot of startups. So at this point, maybe looking back at the history of how SaaS began, maybe we'll see a lot of success stories from Chennai. But definitely it's not like every day we wake up and say, "Hey, I am in the SaaS capital of India." So it's not how it works. We are not claiming, and we are not so hard about it. Bangalore wants the title. I mean, they can also claim that they are the SaaS capital of India. I mean, there is no harm in doing so, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean.
But definitely, like take any SaaS companies like recently started in Bangalore, but almost like half of their employees are like from Freshworks or from Zoho, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
so this is how I feel like relatively you see like in case of any tech folks, like Bangalore has like 100x than Chennai, like from what I saw. But in case of SaaS talent, I think Chennai has like a lot of SaaS talent out there.
I mean, I agree. I mean, in a certain way, right? So when you look at this overlap, right? The Freshworks folks is working everywhere, Zoho folks working everywhere. I think that is what happens when an industry begins somewhere, right? Probably in Silicon Valley, right? The early industries where IBM or Oracle or Yahoo, those 90s, a lot of 90s startups and 80s startups. And later on, every other startup that comes in the valley would want somebody from people who have at least tasted what computers were. So they always tried recruiting from IBM. They always tried recruiting from Oracle. So that is how the tech industry works. They want somebody who's experienced in the field, and if they look for immediate talent, they know somebody who's worked in a company that has already seen some success. They would obviously look for people from that particular company. Or it also works vice versa, right? The person who is in the tech space is looking to explore something new, probably more challenging role, and they look for another startup, then they go join there. This is how the disbursement of tech talent happens, right? It started at one point. Probably now, let's say, Postman is a big company now. 10 years from now, everybody will say like there is a Postman mafia, right? Everybody from Postman goes to a lot of new startups. So this is how at every generation there is one big company that has thousands of people, talented folks who just go to like 100 other startups, and that is how the talent spreads, right? And this is how it works in any tech space. It's not just in tech. It works in every other space, right? And also happened in tech. And fortunately, Chennai was all those startups were in Chennai at that point. So we were at a very fortunate place. The city was at a very fortunate place to give rise to a lot of tech talent. I think tech talent is, more everywhere across, right? You take Delhi or you take Bangalore, you take Pune, Mumbai, everywhere, Hyderabad. They have amazing tech talent. They have amazing ecosystem, right? It's because I think it's all in perspective, right? Some claim that Chennai has the highest, and some claim that Bangalore. I mean, uh, I, 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 I don't think it's a contest. Collectively, the startup ecosystem growing is the ultimate goal, and it's not about which city contributes the most to the startup ecosystem. So it's not like a contest. Say I have 100x talent pools. Ultimately, everybody's going to pay taxes. Everybody's going to improve the economy in some way, right? So in the end, it all works out. So there is no point in competing, in my opinion.
Right. And like another contradictory opinion from an Chennai founder now. So what he
Okay.
said was like I was talking to him, and he said like in Chennai, like let me give you a context. So like I told him why not you move to Bangalore, and I think Bangalore will treat you much better than what Chennai treats you. And he
So
said,
you told Bangalore will treat you better than Chennai treats you. Okay.
okay,
So how long you been in Bangalore?
okay, okay.
How
Uh,
long you been in Bangalore and how long you been in Chennai?
it's been like 90 days plus. Okay,
Okay.
more than a 3 months here. Yeah,
Okay. 3 months in Bangalore. How long in Chennai? How long you were in
more than
Chennai
a year.
before that? Okay. So you think Bangalore treats you better and Chennai
I
doesn't?
feel yes. No,
Okay.
I think for like building a company, I think
No,
Bangalore
I'm just
will.
I'm just trying to get your side of the context, your side of the story as well. Right? Okay.
Mm,
Yeah. Okay. So you told the founder that Bangalore will treat you better.
yes.
And okay. What did the founder say?
No, like he said, like Chennai is a place where it respects you more than your job title and salary. And
Hmm.
like, what's your take on this? Is that true? Like, very new to this career, very new to this, but you are here for like almost a decade or like more than that. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, as somebody who was born in the city and grew up, like spent a big portion of my childhood and adult life here. I would say, I mean, again, I don't want to like divide cities with very contradictory opinions here, but it, it's a biased opinion if you ask me,
Mm.
right, from the founder's perspective. For somebody who's grown up here, if somebody says, "Why don't you move to New York?" I'd say I like Chennai because it's the place that I grew up in. I will always have that place, right? The main reason people are afraid to come to Chennai is the weather, and the only thing that that favors uh, that people consider Bangalore for is also the weather. Right? That's the only uh, the water scarcity used to be here. That was one of the reasons. Now I think we are on the same level
Yes.
with Bangalore
Okay,
and
now we are on the
Chennai.
same level. I am from Bangalore and you are from Chennai. Is it?
Yeah. I mean, we are experts in water crisis, right? We have
Okay.
we have been facing it for 40 plus years, right? 4 decades of handling drought and water crisis. We know our way around summers, but sadly, Bangalore is not prepared for that. But yeah, I think every founder who's grown up in a city and started something in the city will have the bias of not leaving the city. Of course, Chennai has wider roads, uh, decent traffic,
This episode is
and
not Chennai versus Bangalore. It's about Chennai. Yes.
yeah, I mean, you're the one who's asking the question, man. I mean,
Yeah.
but I like Bangalore as well
Mm.
because I have a lot of friends who's there, and my very close friend he works in Bangalore. I visit very often. and I like the place, huge parks, except for the roads,
Hmm.
except for the roads and the traffic. Very very huge parks in the middle of the city. They've got amazing museums. They've got great food, great pubs, great live music scene, bookshops, especially great bookshops in and around Church Street. So I love Bangalore equally, but given a choice, I would always stay in Chennai because obviously the bias is there. So if you're having a podcast episode with somebody in Bangalore, they'll obviously say the same that Bangalore is where they want to be. I think
Hmm.
it's for somebody who's grown up in a city. I think, uh, and in a way, the people here are quite warm and they don't care about who you are. They see you for the person you are. I guess there is that in every city as well. So I don't want to be too polarizing. I just want to be as diplomatic as possible when it comes to anything controversial, right?
Right, right, right.
So,
No, like I've seen founders who is Tamil speaking, who is like from like different parts of India and came to Bangalore and started their company. But like from whatever I seen in Chennai, like I find like very few non-Tamil speaking founders starting in Chennai.
yeah. I think one of the reasons is the weather. I mean, obviously, I am also speaking to a lot of founders, and one of the main reasons they give is how are you withstanding the climate, right? And
Mm.
it is make or break, right? For anything, right? Climate plays a crucial role when it comes to choosing a city. Especially all these non-Tamil speaking founders, most of them move from another city to Bangalore, right? So when they are trying to make a choice, they look for multiple things, right? Whether availability of resources like water and other things, and also talent pool, right? How close are you to like-minded people, right?
Mm.
Here, the startup ecosystem is a bit scattered, right? Except for the 4 5 companies, there are a lot of small startups, but there is no real. Uh, it's not like you stumble down and you find another person who's also in the startup space. It doesn't work like that in Chennai, right? In Bangalore, it's that. It's very close. You go for a smoke break, you find another person who's working in AI or blockchain. You don't do that here,
Dude, like
right?
I really disagree on this. Like I every day go for a chai,
Maybe
but I never found a startup
you're
founder who
going
is
to yeah, you're going to the wrong place for smoke breaks.
right. No, like there is
Uh,
this opinion on Bangalore that like every 10 people you see, like there will be a startup founder. No,
no, I won't say
no.
startup founder, but somebody who works in tech is
Mm.
what I meant.
Right, right, right.
So,
And one more thing, like we discussed this a lot before. I mean, salary, and I feel like from whatever I seen, like my friends working at like different startups, like in Chennai, Bangalore, Delhi. I feel they are well paid from like in Bangalore and Delhi comparatively to I mean comparing to Chennai. Like why is that? Even Chennai startups are getting funded, and you can't say funding as a factor here.
no. I won't say like
Mm.
I won't. I'm not a founder or a HR of a company, so to give such excuses, right? I'm not going to do that. I think there is definitely a 20-30% difference in salaries. I think cost of living in the city accounts for that is what I think, and probably that. And also there is a lot of competition, right? If you don't give a higher salary, somebody else will and
Mm.
get hold of the good talent. And these are folks that are coming in from outside, right? So they want to get hold of them. Any company would want to get hold of the talent as soon as possible. And at times when there is a need, it works like a bidding game, right? So somebody offers you 40 lakhs and I'll offer you 45 lakhs. So it works like that. And I think cost of living has a predominant role to play there. Chennai is comparatively less. And I also would say that cost of living in Bangalore is also less. Every
Mm.
city has two sides. If you ask me, there is a side where you can live for 5,000, 6,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees a month. Imagine auto drivers in Bangalore or somebody who's working in the corporation. They all live in rented houses. They all buy groceries. They buy vegetables, and their salaries is not like 30 lakhs per annum. They would be making what 15, 20,000 a month, and they'll be able to survive with that 15, 20,000. They'll be able to pay for their kids' uniform, schools. They do all of that with that money, right? And On the other end, you see somebody saying, 2 lakh salary per month is not enough for me. So it's like, I don't know where it goes. Right. So the city has two sides. My friend lives in a one-bed BHK apartment in Bangalore. It's a little outside. He pays 7,000 rupees rent. That includes a car parking, right? That includes a car parking. He doesn't have a car, but he has a car parking, and that's 7,000 rupees, one BHK. It's a very nice locality. I've been there, right? So this is how, right? Every city has two sides. I know a person who's paying 7,000 rent. I know a person who's paying 45,000 rent. So it all works out in a city. But when it comes to tech, you are attracting somebody from uh, a company where he or she is already making a lot of money. So you have to up your bidding game, right? So I think that and cost of living plays a role. I'm not an expert in
Economics.
calculating salaries, but I think this is like a commonsensical answer to your question.
Yep. Like you said, like cost of living like plays a huge role here. When I came to Bangalore like a year back, I was driving with another Uber driver. He told me to like rent a place near Shivaji Nagar, KSR, and like told me to like get a bike and like go to office like 20 kilometers a day. That is totally fun, but I'll get a house for like 10 12K 2 BHK house in those places.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, in OMR, the current situation after the floods,
Mm.
the societies are now charging 50,000 rent, right, for the 3 BHK. 2 BHK cost somewhere around 35,000. It's like the rents are crazy here, Chennai. But if you move 5 kilometers out, you get a 3 BHK for 17,000, 1 7. That's the difference, right? 35,000 difference between 4 kilometers. Right? In Velachery, you can get a house for 15,000 rupees. And 4 kilometers
What will
in
you do
OMR,
during floods?
I mean,
It happens.
everybody's screwed during the floods. I mean, it's not like you can stay safe in the apartment. You still need milk, you still need groceries, and all that
Is
is
your
not
bike
going to
ready
come
after
because
that? After the flood?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right, right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I think that will be a separate podcast altogether, that bike story. But I think yeah, for now it's good. For now it's
Mm,
good.
mm.
So yeah,
Right, right, right.
thanks for asking.
Like we were talking about like water crisis, floods. Like, what do you think? That made you stay in Chennai. Like, of course, you are from Chennai. Like, what else? Um, the people or like what else made you like? Okay, this is the best city I should live.
I think I got used to the weather. That part is ruled out now. So, but the other thing is, a city is constantly growing in terms of size and geography, right? So, 40 years back, city was just until Tambra. The city limit was Tambra,
Mhm.
right? There used I lived in Ambattur, so Ambattur, Ananagar, Ashok Nagar, Nungampakam, Kodampakam, Central. This whole circle, right? That is and North Madras, Central, and then there is Ananagar, Hill Park, Nungampakam. This is
Mhm.
Chennai, right?
Yes.
This was Chennai. This was Chennai in the
Okay, that is
80s.
Madras and this is Chennai. Like you kind of like dividing that into like North Chennai.
No, no,
Okay.
not.
Yeah.
Chennai was Madras, but probably when it was named
Uh-huh.
as Madras, the city was just a finite space, right? Again, then instead of accommodating more people within the same city, right, within the same geography, like most other cities do, like Mumbai, Bangalore, they try to get as many people as possible in the small space, and that is why it's all cramped at some point. I think Mumbai is even doing better. I think Bangalore is still doing that, right? Right now they are expanding a little bit, but lot of the traffic flows through that central part of the city. Right now, in the last 30 years, Chennai has expanded based on different sectors, right? Manufacturing sectors have moved to uh, two different areas. One is the Iringatikottai, Poonamalli, that side.
Okay.
The other one is Oragadam, which is another set of manufacturing companies that are coming in, like Apollo Tires, Enfield, Royal Enfield, all of that was in that area. And the Iringatikottai is where the Hyundai factory, the iPhone, where they're making iPhones now. So all that went in Poonamalli. So they did not try to find spaces in existing city area and try to build more stuff there, right? Like they could have built like 10, 15 IT parks within the city, but they didn't do that, right? OMR became the IT corridor, right? The same way, Guduvanjeri has become, after Zoho, Guduvanjeri is also become like a developing area. Now, I think you can see residential housing till Chengalpattu, right? The city is
Yeah.
constantly expanding. And to
How
support
far
that,
the
there
new
were
bus stand
roads.
from Guduvanjeri?
I've never been to the new bus stand,
Okay, okay.
and there is this name confusion as well, right? Kilambakam, Kelambakam. I
Kelambakam.
still don't get it.
Hmm.
I think I think I became a privileged uh, person. I don't go in buses anymore.
Okay.
Which I miss. But so sadly, I don't know where the bus stand is. But the city is
Okay, you
grown.
haven't traveled to any South Tamil Nadu later. I mean, after the.
Car,
Okay, cool,
mostly
cool,
car,
cool. Okay.
mostly car. I drive or I go by drive. I am scared of uh, omnibuses because
Mm.
it gives me a nightmare to sleep in a bus, and while somebody else is driving in the night. I mean, trains are fine.
Okay.
With bus, I'm like too scared. So
Okay.
I either drive in the
There is
morning
some
or I
trauma behind. Yep. We'll talk about it.
no, it's not trauma. I mean, I'm just a little overcautious, right? A lot. I mean, there are more bus accidents than train accidents. So it's like probabilistically safer to travel in train and a plane rather than in an omnibus, right? So that's the idea.
Mm.
There's no trauma. I mean, no
Right. Yeah.
personal,
So, yeah, we are talking
no
about,
origin
yeah,
story there.
Guduvancheri. Yeah.
So So yeah, the Chennai is expanding in geography, and that has given room for more people to come in. That's given more room for expansion.
Mm.
So Chennai has grown that way, right? So I like that about right. If I want to move, I can move to another area. I can move to Guduvancheri now, and I'll still find affordable housing, right? Because the city is constantly expanding. It kind of equalizes the rent. It kind of equalizes the cost of living rather than if everybody is competing for us flat within the city, then there will be like somebody will say pay 60,000, whoever pays 60,000 will get the flat, right? That is not the case now, right? City is constantly expanding. You can still find, even after 10 years, you can find housing for 15, 20,000 in
Mm.
Chennai because the city would have expanded even further and there will be more houses. So there'll be more available for it. So it's basically that.
One more thing I really like about Chennai is the public transport. Local
Hmm.
trains are like well established in Chennai. Like from what I saw, like there are like three lines of local trains, right, in Chennai.
Yeah,
From
one is the electric, that is
mm,
the suburban electric that goes till this side, it goes till Chengalpattu, Travancore, this side it goes till Arakonam
mm,
or Tirthani, and there is the MRTS which goes from Perugudi, the IT corridor to
mm,
Central.
Central, yep.
So,
Mm.
and MRTS is still not done. One more place is being built for several years, several
Oh, okay.
decades.
From where to where?
That's from Velachery to Gindi. So that's one connecting piece.
Oh,
And
Velachery
there
to
is
Gindi. Okay, to connect both of these local train lines.
yes.
Oh, okay, okay, right. And
That's
there
been
is
built for
one.
several years.
Oh, okay.
Not done. It's not done. I don't think it will ever be done. But
Okay.
like, those are some negatives of the city. But yeah.
And there
And
is
then
one
there
more
is
line
metro.
in this central to Avadi, right? Or
Yeah. That is a suburban, right?
mm,
Suburban operates from central. That
mm,
one goes Avadi, beyond Avadi is Arakonam. That is
okay,
one
cool. Mm,
route.
mm,
Uh, so the other route is Chengalpattu. That is where
yep.
it goes Guduvandi, Chengalpattu. Then the MRTS, right, that connects uh, Tiruvanmiyur to center, right? It's
Mm.
another Indiranagar, Tiruvanmiyur, Mylapore. That is
Indra
another.
Nagar, சென்னையில ஒரு இந்திரா நகர். Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, every city will have a Gandhi Road. Every city will have a Nehru Street. Every city will have an Indiranagar. I think at this point, and every city will have a Blair Gold Street. So it's like, these are unwritten naming conventions that with the lack of better choice, they'll have a Subhash Chandra Bose Road. Obviously, because they didn't have a lot of choices back then, right?
mm.
Yeah. So yeah, there is an Indira Nagar itself for sure.
So yeah, like metro also like very well connected in Chennai. Like Chennai has like two lines so far, and also building
Yeah,
up.
yeah. More
And
coming up.
yep.
There's too much traffic because of that, but
I heard that like there are a lot of accidents happening in OMR Road. Is that true?
no, I think people have to drive fast for accidents to happen. Now they can't drive fast. I mean, there's too much traffic. There's in
Mm.
OMR right now. I don't think there is a possibility of accidents right now. I think now everything is made into a U-turn. There is no signals.
Okay.
Everything is made into a U-turn, so you can't jump a signal. You can't even take right at a signal. Every junction has a U-turn now. So the only way to travel is take U-turns. Right? There is no signal in November. I think that's something that they implemented.
Mm.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
just paying.
Right. So yeah, we'll talk about some ancient Chennai. So like let people know what it is. Like from what I learned, I have like a couple of friends from North Chennai. I mean the Madras you mentioned. So yeah,
Okay.
so that is like Chennai after Central, the
Yeah,
areas.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So the Chennai after like 1960s 70s are built. I mean after Central till like Central to Tambaram, Guduvancheri, and in these lines are like Chennai built like after I mean in the last 50 years.
You could say that. You could say that. But
Mm-hmm.
see, I think Chennai was gradually developed over a period of, I
Okay.
would say, 200 years, because there
Mm.
was, if you look at the map, there'll be multiple islands, like small islands connected by the bucket, the Adyar River, and most of that is now connected by a bridge. For example, your Adyar to Marina, if you're going, there will be a bridge that's connecting both, right? There is the river in between. So there is, if you look at the map, if you remove the bridges, it's a lot of, distant land masses connected. That is divided by the Adyar River and divided by the sea. Right, a lot of that is connected through bridges. Right, that is how the city started expanding. I think British played a major role in connecting a lot of this. I think Mount Road was also part of. Mount Road was also developed during the British rule. You can still see a lot of old buildings. So it's not how would I put it, right? It's developed in the last 50 years. It's the history goes back to like 300 years. I think there is this book of S. Ramakrishnan called Yamam, where
Okay.
he describes how Madras was before 300 years. There used to be a black Chennai and white Chennai. There used to be two parts of Chennai.
Okay.
Working class people used to be in one part, and the Britishers used to be in the other part. And all of this was around the St. George Port, which is near the port, right? There is the
Mm.
Chennai Port, and near Chennai Port there is the St. George Port, where the Britishers were. And then there were residential and commercial areas that started developing around. So that is one of the reasons the city started developing in that area first. Then it slowly started expanding as with the British rule, and after British rule, it started expanding a little more full-fledged, right? For example, the movie industry gave rise to Kodambakam, the development of Kodambakam in and around Kodambakam. So at every point, it gradually developed, and it saw that increase in the landmass that you see right now, right? Increase in area. But this is like the history, right? Even before 300 years, there was Armenians living in Chennai. There was a separate colony for Anglo Indians in Chennai, where only Anglo Indians lived. Uh, so there was a lot of these areas. A lot of that vanished because the lines vanished after independence, and everything is shared among everybody. So it's a long history. I think it's a very interesting read uh, if you want to get more deep into the history of Madras. I'm still learning about history of Madras. I even got a book recently that talks about last 300, 350 years of Madras,
So
the
it's
history of
Yamam.
Madras. Yeah, Yamam. It's a novel, but the novel is set in like
Oh,
the
okay.
18th century Madras. So it talks a lot about the city, how the city was back then.
Right.
And if you want to learn about the city during 1950s, Pudumai Pittan's short
Watch
stories.
Madrasapattinam.
No, I mean that's. I mean, you can watch. I mean, it kind of
Okay.
the city had a tram road. I mean,
Mm.
they've captured a bit of what the history was, but if you want to get a raw view of it, like a lot of the short stories written during the 1950s will capture how Chennai was. So 50s, 60s. Pudumai Pittan's short stories will capture a lot of how Chennai was in the early 50s.
Mm.
There are a lot of references, a lot of books.
Is there any other books we can suggest people?
I would say short stories are a brilliant way to understand how a city. or how people were during that time.
Mm.
It will also be written with a some bias from the writer. So take it with a pinch of salt, but I think it will give a good glimpse of how the city was back then.
So it's Yamam and like short stories from Pudumai Pittan.
Pudumai Pithan, yeah.
Mm.
Short stories.
Right.
Give
So
you a good.
yeah, like in between you mentioned the like there is a growth for people in cinemas, like in Kodambakam. Like, can we talk about theaters in Chennai?
I mean,
Mm.
right now you can't talk about anything other than PVR, but I think the theater scene was great.
Yeah.
Theater scene was great when
Also,
I grew up.
Satyam is like recently brought by PVR, right?
I think everything is right now owned by only one company, except for a very few single screen, multi-screen theaters outside,
Hmm.
a little bit outside the city, and also some some in and around center. But a lot of the other theaters have gone. I mean, there are very few theaters that operate independently in Chennai right now.
Hmm.
So everything else has been owned by like corporations. But that's fine. I mean, but the theater scene was great or used to be great when I
Hmm.
grew up. There is no online booking, so you have to wait in the queue to get your tickets. I mean, that by itself is a big, task, right? To send somebody first and for that person, the guy will stand in the queue for us. One of our friends will stand in the queue for us, then we have to get tickets and go. And it's like, and Chennai has a craze for every type of movie, right?
Hmm.
Even the dub movies. I remember watching King Kong, right? The Peter
Yeah.
Jackson's
Okay.
in 2005, 2006. I remember seeing that movie sitting in the steps, right? In between those two rows of seats. There will be steps, right? I remember sitting in the step and watching that movie because the theater was full. And they used to
Oh.
oversell tickets, right? People used to stand and watch. People used to sit in the stairs and watch. I mean, this was back then, right? Now that those things are not about. But it was crazy, when Kong was fighting the dinosaurs, people went crazy. It was as amazing as watching a Rajini movie in a theater, right? It's the experience. I think we receive all kinds of movies with the same enthusiasm and same love. I think that is one of the reasons. Everybody loves us as an audience. I remember watching Avengers Endgame at Rohini Theater. Uh, it's the craziest experience, theater
Now
experience
that
you
is
could
a
ever.
re-release theater.
Yeah. I mean, the scene is not great now. I mean, I wish
Okay.
goes back to that time, like 20 years back, but it's not great right now.
Okay, right. Like I stay in Ashok Nagar whenever I come to Chennai. So like whenever I cross Udayam Theatre, nowadays I recently heard that they're gonna revamp Udayam Theatre into something else. Is that true?
Yeah. They're going to demolish and rebuild. I don't think that's happened yet. The theater's still there,
Yeah.
as far as I know. There are a lot of such theaters, right? Kashi Theatre is one.
Hmm.
It's like very famous. Rohini is still famous. Those are single and multi-screen independent complexes. And there is in Tamram there is a bunch of theaters like Vidya, Varadaraja. There is a bunch of theaters where the experience is great. They don't sell popcorn for 400 rupees. So they sell it for 70, 80 rupees. But I mean, but who would want that? Who would make money by selling popcorn for 70? Then you can sell it for 400. So I think that's the idea. I think uh, capitalism is behind the vanishing of independent theaters.
Suddenly
Yeah,
your background looks very red to me.
background looks red. What is it? Is that a metaphor for something?
No, no, no.
So communism. Okay, I'm not into isms, man. I mean,
Hmm.
capitalism good. It's a good thing, but it also has its negative effects,
Yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah.
on people. Right? People still enjoy going to the movies,
Hmm.
but I don't get the same experience as what I had growing up. I mean, my daughter would never get to experience that when she grows up, right? She'll be like sitting in a very comfortable AC theater and watching. She wouldn't be sitting in a wooden chair,
Do you think there will be a scene like in after 10 years where we'll like of course like Vijay is no more acting and like who knows, yeah, after 10 years we'll be like fighting for tickets and buy tickets for like 600, 700 rupees and like dance for songs, and of course these songs in movies are like slowly
Yeah,
decreasing
yeah, yeah.
and
I think it's a phase. I think our reality will be somebody's history and it will be our nostalgia. So it's like I don't know, maybe you can't predict, but I think most of it won't be there. Like songs won't be there like 15 years. There'll be albums, there won't be songs. But I also don't think black ticket and all will be a thing. I remember watching like the worst movies. My friends and all used to go to the worst movies. They used to buy black tickets and they used to feel really bad. I think that is also part of the experience. I believe. Uh, I
But
think I
also, I
don't.
see
I don't think.
people from cities. Okay, not cities alone, but seen few folks nowadays that they haven't watched movies like 4 a.m. in the morning, 12 a.m. at the night. I mean, the first day for shows.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
they really missed it. I don't think that will happen again.
Yeah. They moved first shows to 9 a.m. So it's already gone. So,
For last 2 years, it's happening like that, right?
yes.
Mm.
I think it's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask me, right? To waking up 3 years, 3 a.m. People used to wake up at 12 a.m. People used to wake up, go to the theater, they used to dance all night. I mean, it's
If you
okay,
don't
but
celebrate for Deepavali, if you don't celebrate for Pongal, and if you don't celebrate for Tala movie, and then oh.
yeah, I agree. So you don't. The fact is, there are a lot of mishaps that happen, right? In order to get there, people rash drive, people do all sorts of stuff.
Mm.
It's not like they shouldn't have fun. A lot of people were, passed away because of things they did. And it's one of the reasons, as a precautionary measure, they stopped the 4 a.m. shows.
We are talking about movies and theaters in Chennai. And one more thing I really like about Chennai is like we have a cap for movie tickets, and
Mm.
that is not same in Bangalore or Delhi or Mumbai. So like I'll watch like 2 3 movies a week, and now it's times are changing, and I'm like not watching any movies nowadays. Yes, miss Chennai for that.
And you are convincing people to come to Bangalore and leave Chennai, right?
Like I feel for work, I think this city is much better.
Yeah. 90 days. Okay.
90 days.
Good. You feel
Okay.
that way. Yeah.
Okay,
Happy for
tomorrow
you,
my
bro.
my opinion will change. Please don't take this
Hey,
seriously.
that's okay. I mean,
Mm.
it's okay to change your opinion. I mean, nobody's going to hold you against your opinions in the past, right? It's like if you are human, you will have to change your opinions because you are constantly exposed to multiple perspectives, and
Mm.
it's only natural to change your opinion. So that's totally fine. So yeah, I think is there a 60 rupee ticket in Bangalore? Is that
No,
or back
totally.
then 10 rupees ticket? There's no
10
10
rupees
rupees.
tickets, it's not in Chennai also, right? Is there?
No, that is what is it's now 60
Yes, yes.
rupees.
Hmm.
So back into 2010, there used to be 10 rupees tickets.
Hmm.
So when we were in college, the McDonald's menu was 25. The basic McDonald's menu was 25 rupees. Then there is a 10 rupees ticket. My friend used to live near the Ampa Skywalk as a mall. So, so we used to send him to get tickets. So he used to get tickets for 10 rupees.
So Book My
So
Show
during
came after 2015.
I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. There was this platform called Ticket New. Back then, I think it still is.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it was bought by Paytm. If I'm not wrong. So I think right now Ticket New is bought by Paytm. Back then, all these independent theaters, most of them used to have Ticket New only. So it's not like you show a QR code. If you book a ticket, you'll have to stand on the counter, get the physical ticket, then you have to go in. They'll tear the ticket and they'll send you it. There's no showing the phone. It doesn't work that way. So we used to get 10 rupees ticket, watch a movie, come out during the interval, buy ticket for the next movie, uh, next 10 rupees ticket. Then after the movie, we go eat at McDonald's, come back, watch another movie. So we used to see 2 3 movies a day, and we'll spend 30 rupees plus 25 rupees for the burger. So it's like 55 rupees.
Mm.
I think you can still watch a movie under
64
500 rupees.
rupees.
You can, I'm sorry,
64 rupees in Chennai.
54 back then, like total.
Mm.
Back then, like 10 rupees for a movie, like 25 rupees for a burger.
Mm.
Bus. We used to have bus passes. So it's like you can travel in any bus. So that was not a big deal back then. Right now, even now, you can have like a good meal, a movie. You can have a good biryani. You can watch a movie. All of that under 500 rupees. So
Yes, easily possible. Like two
yeah,
people can do that.
exactly,
Yes,
exactly.
right. Yep. Now, like, we'll talk about biryani. Thanks for reminding biryani now. So, like, there is a war. Like whenever you talk people from like South Tamil Nadu, or like people from Andhra, Telangana, they are like our biryani is the best, and like South Tamil Nadu is like Chennai has the worst food ever. What do you think? I feel like Chennai accommodated like all kind of biryani now,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Chennai, I mean, Chennai doesn't have like a great food scene. It's not like this is iconic food of Chennai. There isn't anything like that, if you ask me. Like a lot of it is just borrowed. And it's, I think we are doing with whatever we've borrowed, we're just doing it well. And I think, I think we've got some good restaurants. Uh, I don't, I don't, there are different restaurants in Chennai that serve different kinds of biryani. I, I like some of them, but it's not I am a big fan of the basmati.
Oh.
They call it the Chennai style biryani, right? Uh, I love Dindigul biryani, but it only tastes great when you have it in Dindigul. I don't think even any Dindigul chain does justice to a Dindigul Siraga Samba biryani.
Please note this down. Don't eat in Dindigul Talapagatti biryani and say that is Dindigul biryani. No, go there. Go to South Tamil Nadu and eat. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I think proper Dindigul, if you go there, there are a lot of restaurants like Venu, Dindigul. If you eat, that is like the real deal. I mean, you can't, it's like having OT Worky here and saying, I had a great Worky. I mean, it's not Worky. Worky because it's made using the water uh, from,
In
in the local region and it's all sourced from the locals, the local area, local region. It's what gives that taste, right? And it doesn't bring the same taste. The Chennai style biryani is great. I mean, I don't know how it got the name Chennai style biryani, but the basmati rice Chennai style
so
biryani that they cook,
basmati came from I think Andhra Pradesh. Is that right? Like basmati rice. They have different.
basmati,
Uh,
no, no, basmati. No, if you are asking for the origin of basmati rice, that comes from the Indus
no, no. Okay.
plains, but it comes from Pakistan. I
Not
think
that deep, but yeah. Like, is that Hyderabadi biryani is in basmati rice? No.
no. The thing is, I think it's the Arcot. Arcot is where the basmati. So wherever the Mughals and Nawabs ruled, basmati rice was used as a as like the preferred choice of rice in those in areas where Mughals and Nawabs ruled. That's why it's Lucknow or all those regions. Vellore was ruled by Nawabs. Like all those regions, Andhra, like Telangana, like all those regions will have like a flavor of basmati rice. They use some type of basmati rice, which
Mm.
predominantly came from or still comes from the India-Pakistan border. Like the Indus Plains is where most of the basmati rice is grown. In that plain, it doesn't grow here, right? Whereas Siraga Samba is a very locally grown, like sourced from Tamil Nadu. Siraga Samba is very local rice. That's the reason all Madurai, Dindigul, all those regions still prefer Siraga
Even
Samba because
Coimbatore biryani also Zira Samba biryani.
yeah, yeah. The Kongu,
Mm.
maybe the masala is different, but
Masala is
Kongu,
different.
Tendikal, Madurai, all of that use the same type of rice because it's locally sourced.
Mm.
Whereas Andhra, Telangana, Arcot, Hyderabad, all those use long grain rice because it was ruled by Nawabs and even North and Mughals. So that's the reason they prefer basmati.
Mm.
As far as I am no history expert, this is my understanding, correlating the history and trying to make
Every
sense
time
of
you
it.
like say something, okay, this is a disclaimer. I'm not good at this.
No, I mean, I've read this, but there might be factual inaccuracies.
Mm.
So, in today's day and age, the only thing that they'll focus on is the factual inaccuracy and not the larger picture. So, it's for the audience who tries to nitpick and tries to find flaws and just throwing in a disclaimer that I know mistakes. Because somebody who wants to sound smart, they'll say, "Oh no, this is not grown here. I know this auntie grows basmati rice," or something that they'll say. Right? So it's okay. I mean, even ChatGPT says that it can be inaccurate. Claude says it can be inaccurate. Me, I'm human. I can also be inaccurate sometimes.
So yeah, you said like you like Chennai style long grain
Mostly,
rice biryani
mostly.
mostly.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite in that?
Okay,
favorite
so
place?
I mean, it's biryani is a controversial topic, so it's my personal favorites. One
Biryani is a
first one
favorite
is
topic for everyone, not a controversial topic.
that's favorite and also controversial, right? It's it's controversial because it's close to people's heart, right?
Mm.
That's the reason it gets into a lot of controversy. So my top five is yes, Hyderabadi is the first. I mean, any day, I would go if given a choice, they would just the topmost.
Would you eat it alone?
Yes, you can't eat it alone. It's so
Okay.
much.
Like, can you?
No,
No.
I used to.
You used to. Okay.
I used to.
When?
Uh, I think it was during my college, after college. Masters, I used to eat one full SSI body, and now I think I can eat half. And I think I've lost that. Uh, so I used to eat like crazy back then. Right? Right after college, the appetite was so much. It was the amount of food that we looking back, when me and my friends we look back and we think like how much we ate or how much we used to eat. It's like crazy. I mean, can't even imagine that I did that back. Right? So SS Hyderabad any day. First, second one is there is this place called Naidu Donne Biryani. It's in
Donne biryani.
Coimbatore. It's in Torapakam. Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
they serve in the Donne, the leaf one.
Is that a Karnataka style biryani or a Chennai one?
They serve different flavors of biryani, right? So sometimes depending on the day, they serve different types of biryani. Most of it is serious amount. So
Okay.
it's a very very good biryani in the OMR stretch. It's been there for several years, and their shukka and all is great. It's the only restaurant where I've seen a board that said no veg dishes here. So it's the
Uh-huh.
it's the purest. It's the pure non-veg
Pure
board,
non-veg
right?
restaurant.
If you want to get into controversies, right? Say, if you want to switch on your pure non-veg mode, like sometimes people will ask, will you like get curd rice or like get meals? The meals won't even have sambar. Or something. The meals will have this non-veg gravy. You don't get anything else. You get buttermilk, but they say no veg dishes available here. It's so satisfying seeing that. I mean, but I mean, it's a great place. That's
But
number
it's
two.
definitely hard to take and like vegetarian friend with us to these places.
No, don't take
Okay, okay,
the
fine, fine.
easiest option. You're doing good for yourself and your friend. Right? Don't
Yeah,
take
yeah.
your veg friend or non-veg place. Let that person be at home, right, or at work. You
Mm,
go finish your lunch,
mm.
come back. Let the person order from Swiggy or Zomato. End of story. Right? So second one is that. Third one is Sukubai. Sukubai, I think Sukubai has like a mixed bag of reviews. People say Sukubai is great and Sukubai is not great. Sukubai is
So
great. Okay.
Sukubai's beef biryani is famous, right?
Yes, yes,
Right,
yes.
right. Mm.
Sukubai is great. And there is this place called E-Sate. E dot SAIT.
Okay,
E-Sate.
East Side. Okay,
It's in Tambaram.
okay,
It is like I think if you put side by side SS and E side, I think they'll be very close
okay.
in terms of taste. Quantity not so much, but taste they'll be very very close. It's a great biryani. And recently explored another place called Darbar in Bangalore. It's
Okay.
near the museum, and they serve really really good biryani. I think I don't know how I missed that for so long, but
Mm,
it's like a great place. So
mm.
these are my top five.
So where are we going for the next time we meet?
Ah, I'll take you to Naidu, Donne Biryani. You'll,
Nadu.
you'll, you'll, right, you'll enjoy it.
Right. Okay.
It's a
Okay. It's a
great
Donne
place.
biryani. That
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what I'm surprised. Okay. Cool.
yeah, yeah. We have all the stuff that's there in Bangalore now.
Right. Okay.
Don't be
So.
surprised. Chennai is good at borrowing like all the good things.
Mm.
So
Have
yeah,
you read this? Not I haven't read that book, but there is this book called Masala Lab.
yeah.
Uh,
Krishna Show, right?
yeah.
It's a great book, but it talks about the science of cooking, right? If you want to get into understand the science behind cooking, it's a great book to start.
Mm.
But there's like it's filled with it's very dense. It's a lot of the book is small, but it's really got a lot of information. So if you want to start cooking, you learn the science behind cooking so that you understand what's going on. Then that's a great book.
So what's his name? Krish.
Ashok.
Krish Ashok,
You
yeah,
can,
yeah.
yeah, you can also, you could have also seen him on Insta, right? He
Yeah,
used to debunk myths around cooking, microwave,
yeah.
proteins, and all that. He's, it's actually a nice book. I read it like a couple of months back. It's good.
Mm. No, like he used to say that all our Indian dishes has like changed in last 300, 400 years. Like after the after Britishers came, like after like different people, like we migrated and lived in like different places, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
See, even rice has a very short history, right? A few
Mm.
centuries. Before rice, we used to eat millets,
Mm.
right? Ground millets, ground millets and honey, and most of that was what our source of food.
Cups.
And then rice came in, then coffee tea came in. I think coffee tea came along with the Britishers.
Mm.
That is how we started consuming coffee and tea.
Mm.
And before that,
Now it
there is
became
no
like
concept.
integral part
There
of
is no
us.
concept of I have to drink coffee in the morning. There is not there like 100, like 200 years back. So all this is a recent.
Mm.
Hey, cauliflower is a recent. A lot of what we see here,
Tomato.
yeah, everything. So back
Yeah.
then,
Mm.
it was very, very limited. We had to cook with very limited amount of uh, condiments, and now we have more. So
Mm. So what about
thankful for
Buhari
that.
biryani?
Yeah, I hate it, man. It's, it's the most overrated. It's great for tea, but I wouldn't recommend it for biryani to
Mm.
anybody.
Mm.
Bilal, that's opposite to Buhari, has good biryani. If you ask me, if you compare both, Bilal is better.
Mm.
Buhari is bad.
I feel like almost both of them are same. Very subtle,
No, no, no,
long rice biryani.
no.
Mm.
Long rice is okay. That's the only thing that's safe. But the taste
Mm.
wise, Buhari is. I think
Mm.
the samosa, bun butter jam, tea and all is good, but I wouldn't recommend anybody for
And there is this trend
biryani and
going
all.
on, like not a trend, people like get uh, get up in midnight, like at 1 a.m. Just go to drive to Bilal for having tea. It's like,
Yeah, that's the
mm,
reason it's always crowded. I can never
mm.
have tea at Bukhari Abdullah because of all these people, right? I think they would ruin midnight tea for me, but that's okay.
Mm. But relatively, uh, from what I know, Buhari's tea is much better than Bilal's one. But
I think
that's
so. Yeah,
a
I think I
different
agree.
kind of a tea. Like you don't get it every.
No, the thing is in Bilal, you'll have to stand outside and see. It's basically that Irani chai, right?
Mm,
The Irani type chai where, uh, you know, it's the tea leaves are being cooked for several hours. They close it and cook it. That's the reason it's so tasty, right? Because it's like very concentrated form of uh,
mm,
the tea,
mm.
the tea extract or the tea decaf. I think Bilal, you'll have to stand outside and drink tea. In Buhari, they'll serve to you in a cup and saucer, and I think that kind of makes the difference. Taste wise, I would say, but when you're sitting inside, under the fan and you're drinking it cup and saucer, I think you feel good
No,
for having
Bilal
that
with
tea.
that like on top of that building, you can like stand there and like look at Mount Road and like.
So what's there to look at Mount Road? You can also stand down and look at Mount Road. I'm not there to look at Mount Road. I'm there to drink tea. I'll rather drink tea than look at Mount Road.
No, like you know what? Like I love Mount Road than like any other places. I have started like different places in Saidapet, in Spencer Plaza entrance, and look at I will look at the Mount Road for like hours. It happened for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I think you have a problem.
Maybe. No,
Right.
Mount Road is so
Yeah,
interesting.
I don't understand. I don't understand the craze about Mount Road, but maybe you're new to Chennai, and maybe that's the
Mm.
reason you engaged Mount Road
No,
for
like
so
I'm
long.
doing this for
I think
last more than 3 years now. Like whenever I get a chance, I used to sit at Mount Road.
I mean, it's a place with a lot of history and a lot of old buildings still. Right? A lot of banking buildings are at least 100 years old, right? SBI.
Mm.
Then, there is this Benz showroom, which is also built
Mm.
around an old building. Then there is Tiki Bottoms, there's PRR and Sons. All of these are old buildings, right? At least 100 years. All these are heritage buildings. And it kind of, along with the wider roads, it kind of adds some beauty, right? And there is LIC. So it kind of has a beauty, the wide roads. It's great, right? But I don't spend hours looking at it, but it's like a good place.
It's okay. Right. No, like at least everyone should try driving after 9 p.m. in Mount Road from
Yeah,
recent.
I think that's something. I think you should drive around the city
Hmm.
in the night. I think it's very calming, especially during the holidays
Hmm.
when everybody goes out
To
of
their
town.
hometowns.
Yeah, that's like the great time to drive around the city.
Hmm. So like,
I do that. I do that all the time. So
oh yeah, right, nice. So what about like we're talking about nights and do Chennai have pubs?
of course they do. Of course they do. But
Right.
I mean, it's the scene is getting better
It's a
now.
Bangalore like recently the kid came to Bangalore and like
What?
what?
Complete sentence. Um,
I mean like I feel the night scene is much better here.
Dude, I think I'm not the right person to ask about the night scene. I
Really?
mean,
Uh,
I'm in my mid 30s and I mean, I prefer middle class bars
mm,
rather than pubs, right? I never liked loud music and dancing.
mm,
For me, it's about listening to some good playlist and drinking at my own pace.
okay.
So I mean, I'm that kind of a guy. So I'm really not great at night scene, and I don't want to do it justice by saying some really shitty places and people will be like, "Is this your taste?" Right? I mean, uh, yeah. So not. I think the scene is getting better, especially
Mm,
in the recent last 10 years. I
mm.
think from people I know, I think they seem to have they seem to have a good time when a lot of cases here. Uh, I don't know about my. I've never personally experienced
Like do
a
you
lot
like
of
do you have any suggestions on like pubs, Restobars? Restobars, of course, you know you will have.
rest of ours. See the kind of bars I go to is all. It's like more of an uncle bar, right? Where the
Okay.
uncles come in with lungis and right after the market, they go into the market, they lie to their wife saying that they're meeting a friend and they'll come straight in. The waiter knows the uncle because his uncle would be coming there for several years. He'll bring a beer, he'll drink and, pay the money and go, walk out. Right? That kind of bar. There's a bar called Shastri Nagar Snacks in Adyar. It's a great place.
Okay.
And there is a regular place that I go to called TGI Weekends. It's like they give you a lot of free food if you buy a beer. It's the kind of bar that I like. I really don't know a lot of fancy places, but Ranjit in Mount Road, uh, I think it's a great bar. I like the social that's there in Mount Road.
Okay.
It's actually it's good. What else? Uh, there are a bunch of places in K&K Road. I don't know the names.
Okay.
I don't know if they have shut down during the COVID. There used to be a place called Slate. It's great. I don't know about now. Never been to the Hard Rock Cafe in Chennai. They recently opened. The Bangalore Hard Rock Cafe is great. I like I said, not great with the Chennai
Mm.
pub scene. So
So like yesterday when I put this post on LinkedIn about like we'll be talking about Chennai, some other dude from like north of India came to me and like said like I need to know more about Chennai. Then okay, I think this will be a guide for them, and they wanted to know about cafes.
okay, cafe scene is good. Cafe scene is
Right.
got really good. I think back then the only fancy cafe, there are only two fancy cafes. One was Amethyst, the other one was Brew Room.
Okay.
Those were the only two, I would say only two. Those were the two good ones, right?
Okay.
Or well-known ones. Instead of saying good ones, I would say well-known ones. Right now, there are a bunch of places. There's this place called Beachville Coffee Roasters. They serve very good coffee. And Amethyst, as usual, if you want like a nice, like good greenery, nice ambience, then I like Bistrograph, the one that
We went. Yeah.
we last time. Then there's this place called Soroko House. It's
Mm.
in K&K Road. Uh, they serve good sandwiches. And Coffee Trotters is another place. It's very small, but it's a good place. And what else? There is this newly opened cafe in Besanagar called Koa Cafe, QUA.
Okay.
And that's good, that's good. There's a lot of Starbucks here. So I don't know. People are too fancy to count that as cafes.
Okay.
Uh, to these days, oh, Starbucks. I don't do Starbucks. I mean,
We also
it's,
plan to visit this Basque in Nungambakam, right?
yeah, Basque is also good. I've never been there.
Mm.
Maybe next time we should check it out. And KMS Cafe is like a very nice looking, fancy place.
Okay.
Also serves great
Where is
coffee and
it?
breakfast. It's in Chemias Road. That's what it's
Nandanam.
called. Chemias Cafe. Yeah,
Right,
I
right.
mean, it's opposite to the Crown Plaza. I mean,
Okay. Cool, cool.
it's near Kotrapuram.
Okay. So yeah, like one of my friend recently came to Chennai, and she was like, I stayed in Chennai for a day and visited two beaches. I thought, okay, Chennai is more than that, but now we'll talk about these beaches now. Everyone knows Marina Beach, and like they are no more going to Marina Beach now, and Besant Nagar, and also the scene is getting close, and we are no more using Besant Nagar. What are the other beaches we have in Chennai?
Okay. See, if you started traveling from Tiruvannur to Pondi, it's fully, you can stop anywhere and walk, you will get to the shore, right? But there is, I think there's Neelangarai, there is a good beach. It's less crowded on weekdays. On weekends, every beach is crowded. There's
On
Uttandi.
weekdays, every beaches will be
Yeah, yeah.
free.
And
Yeah.
the stretch from Uttandi to Mahabalipuram, you can see shore from the road. Right? If you see like a bunch of people standing, you can just park your vehicle at the side of the road, you can just walk to the shore.
Mhm.
I mean, it's everywhere there is beach. And Dasanagar has a good scene on weekdays. Weekends, I mean, I don't go to the beach on weekends. I don't go anywhere on weekends mostly because it's, especially in the evenings, it's crazy. Everybody wants to go and it's not a situation that you want to be part of. But yeah, I think there are a lot of beaches. Neelangarai, the one near Uttandi are some good options.
Oh, is the
Uttandi.
Tiruvanmere beach also like free in the weekends?
Weekdays, all of this,
All of
nothing is
weekdays
free on
only.
the weekends. Nothing is free on the weekends. You can't visit the beach on the weekend. End of story. I mean, it's too crowded. It's too crowded.
Mm, right. What else we have in Chennai?
What else hasn't? Too generic.
No, like I
Like,
mean, like I have been to like Anna Library, and that was
mhm.
one of my best places at sometimes. Like go there, read, and like spend a whole day there. And other than that, like in like childhood, been to this Semmoli Punga and Valluvar Kotam, and like it is like Kabban Park in Chennai. I mean, not
Uh,
in that scale, but yeah, of course, yeah. And Central Museum. What else we have in Chennai?
there are a bunch of parks in the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is Nageswara Park, I guess. Then there is Annanagar Tower Park is very big. It's
Mm.
huge.
Mm.
Uh, then there's Madras Literary Society, which is where you see the movies, right? Where they look for records. We
Madras
start
Literary
off.
Society, where it is?
It's near Egmore.
Okay.
Right? In the movies, you would have seen it in movies, right? There'll be
Okay.
huge rack of books and the people will be climbing, looking for records and say, I found the record.
Oh, okay.
A lot of movies will be there, right? There'll be seen rows and rows of books, people
mm.
climb using, this metal stair.
uh,
It's very, lot of shooting takes place there. And most of the books are ruined now, but
okay.
it's one of the iconic places. And there are a lot of there is a 17th, 18th century Armenian church inside Chennai. Then there is
Armenian church, is that a like a race of people or what?
yes, Armenians when they settled in Chennai, they built a church.
Where are they
I
from
think it was
originally?
think Armenia. I don't know.
Okay, good.
Armenians
Armenia.
Armenians should be from Armenia, but
Right, okay.
maybe uh,
Uh, nice.
so it's like it's built in 1790 or 1780, I don't know, but the church still there. It exists. You can visit the church. You can go inside.
Mm.
You can see it, and there is the Parsi community has a bunch of temples in North Chennai, like the Parsi Fire Temple, and there is a couple of temples that are built
Mm.
early 20th century. There are a lot of less known places. St. Thomas Mount is a great place with historical significance, and I've read somewhere that it was one of the highest like one of the or the highest peaks
In
within the
Chennai.
city. It is from there they've mapped the topography of the city during the British period. So it has got some significance as well, right? And it's a beautiful place to see sunrise, planes taking off the airport. Uh, I think Chennai is one of the few cities where the airport is within the city, right? At the center of the city. It's not like some 50 kilometers outside. Right? It's at the center of the city, right? You can see people standing in their bikes,
Mm.
the corners of the road in Meenambakkam,
Mm.
all the time looking at flights taking off and landing. It's I think these are things that does not count as 25 best things to do in Chennai, but these are like bits and pieces of history that you can go to. Igim Bottoms by itself is a very
Sorry?
hist- Igim Bottoms, the
Okay,
bookstop,
okay.
the bookshop, and that by itself is a very old building. It's a heritage building. It's got a
Like we
great
were talking,
collection.
right? That road is so beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. I agree.
You can sit for 2 hours and watch a
I
road.
wouldn't, but yeah, I mean, nobody's stopping you from doing that.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things. I mean, you just have to walk
Mm.
the city to figure out. Sometimes you will be surprised. I mean, it's not like you put on Google Maps to like, tourist attractions near me. And that's not how. That's not a way to explore any city, right? Just get down and get walking, and you'll be surprised.
Mm. And few more things to add. Of course, Mylapore temple, and of course, I go to temples. So like Mylapore temple and Pathasadi temple in Triplicane. These are like very nice places. And of course, like we discussed a few times about non-veg food. Of course, Rayapuram used to say like we should visit sometime. Like, is there any other places?
Kaipuram,
Mm.
Kasimed, if you want to buy
Mm.
seafood,
Okay.
if you want to eat, Chennai's got a very good breakfast scene.
Okay.
Uh, and also, you get any type of food that you want, you get it here. Right? North Chennai is, especially Mannadi, is a
Mm.
great place. I think going at the iftar time will be very crowded. But
Yep.
other than that, if you go on a normal time, you need to get down at beach station, cross the road, and explore the lanes. You will definitely find great food. Right? You get atto, uh, you get great kebabs, you get great chicken, you get great mutton samosas, you get everything.
Mm.
So I mean, there is no limit to exploring the food scene. Especially you get everything from mayonnaise dosa from to whatever you want. Yeah, I think the whole Paris stretch, right?
Mm.
Muruk Sandwich, you get all
Murukku
that. You get
sandwich is that the tattu vada from
yeah,
South?
yeah, that
Okay, okay.
borrowed
Borrowed.
stuff, borrowed stuff.
Now I feel our Chennai biryani is mix of Hyderabad rice and like masala from South Tamil Nadu.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Masala from Arcad, basically masala from Arcad and long grain rice from. I think I think Arcad is the blend of South masala and the
Mm.
North basmati. I think Arcad is where it started.
Yes.
Not Ambur. Ambur does Zira
Ambur is
Samba.
different. No, like
Amber is the rice.
Arcade also like I have visited like few Arcade places. Arcade has Siraga Samba rices. Very few
Yeah,
like
but
Vaniambadi. If you look at Vaniambadi, they have basmati rice.
yeah. So Arcad and Wani Bari, Arcad and Nawab
Mm.
rule because of that rule, right? Arcad Nawab and Wani Badi they were very close, right? So
Mm.
their flavor styles are very close.
Mm.
But I think Ambur still uses Siraga Samba. At least Ambur Star does. I don't
Yeah,
know
like
about other
almost other
biryani
places
places.
also Siraga Samba only.
Okay,
Like
okay.
if people like traveling between Chennai to Bangalore, you should definitely stop at this place called Kaushia Biryani at Arcade. Since like
No.
Arcade came into the topic, I want to suggest this wonderful place. And also recently there is so much hype for that place, but very small place. You should definitely like do takeaway only. You can't sit there and eat. Right. So like we were talking about biryani and like cafes. Like what about dinner in Chennai?
Dinner in Chennai. Okay. So there is this are again personal favorites. One is there's this place called MKN Madurai Idli Kadai. It's in Tambaram.
Okay.
I mean, it's right next to East Side. So it's like there are two shops right next to each other. You can
Afternoon you go to
uh,
east side and evening at Arcane. Yeah.
you can also eat parota in the afternoon. MKN.
Okay.
So MKN is known for their parota, uh, and and their coin parota basically. They
Okay.
coin parota, and they do deep fried parota. Not the paratha, it's the parota. It's the south
I used to call it parata. Parata.
paratha. Like not, yeah. I mean, if people would want to know the difference, right? Paratha is not, parota is south.
Different. Yeah.
So, like, so Madurai MKN is a great place for parota and kalaki, especially that they call the Seva Kalaki. It's like a great place. It's the unbeatable place for Kalaki. I mean, hands down, we have never had such great Kalaki. And there is this place called Madurai Pandian Mess in Rayapeta. I
Okay.
don't think it's Rayapeta. It's near TTK Road.
Right.
Uh, that also serves great Kalaki, great parota. And there is this place called Knockout Rusi in Taramani.
Okay.
They do this Nagarkoil white chicken gravy, right? And noodle parota.
Japan
That's
chicken.
no, not the Japan chicken. It's got no mayo on it. It's not sweet, right? It's that the coconut milk
Hmm.
uh, chicken stew. It's more like a chicken stew, the Kerala chicken stew that they make. It's very similar, but it also got the green chili, a lot of green chili. So it's actually a very nice gravy, white colored gravy,
Okay.
and it's great with parota. And there is some Punjabi places as well, Punjabi nation. Rangis, you might not like it as much,
Uh,
but Rangis is my favorite place.
I
And
think we should definitely go there next time.
maybe it's the fish. Let's order something else next time. So
Mm. Okay.
let's maybe order a pork, and
Mm.
then we'll come to a
We'll see.
decision.
Yeah. 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 Mm.
And there is Crescent. You can find Crescent a couple of places in Chennai. They
Yeah.
serve greatly chicken samosa, and they also have great shawarma. That's it. So these are some my go-to places for dinner. If I have to choose, right, if I'm bored of choosing from Zomato or if I'm so confused, then I just whichever. All these are in different parts of the city, right? Wherever
Yeah.
I
That's the
am,
problem. Mm.
like the nearest, I just go to that place.
Mm. Like recently, you've been to some breakfast place in Chulai Medu.
Chulai Medu is different from Chulai.
Oh,
Okay, Chulai Medu is near Loyola College.
ah,
Chulai is near Central.
okay.
So there is at least a 10-kilometer distance between Chulai and Chulai Medu.
Okay.
So this is something that I bookmarked a long back. And when my friend came to town, we thought we'll go to some what is that place, Ratna Cafe or somewhere.
Oh,
But
okay.
then I was like,
Like you've been to Ratna Cave, right?
yeah. I
Right. Right.
mean,
Right.
it's okay. I mean,
It's okay. Mm.
yeah, I mean, it's an
It's
okay place.
okay.
I mean, the one near
You know
Basanagar
what?
is
What happened is when one of my Bangalore friend came to Chennai, another Chennai friend hyped. We have like Ratna Cafe. It has like best Italy, and like I kind of say Bangalore Italy is much better than Chennai Italy. Uh,
I
you
mean, you've not had a good idli
good
there.
Italy.
I
Okay.
mean,
Okay.
see, pouring sambar from a
Mm.
mug doesn't count. Doesn't count. It can count for an experience, but that isn't everything, right? I mean, they say they pour lots of sambar. I mean,
Ratna Cave and like Murugan Italy as a like good Italy and those are places in Chennai.
Purun is better than Ratna Cafes.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have to fight for idli and sambar? I mean, sambar. I think I also like the Bangalore sambar. I mean,
Mm.
it's good only. I mean, people had been too mean to that sambar. I mean, it's not bad. It's good only. So okay, right?
Finally, I won
So
the. I mean, won the argument by saying Bangalore sambar is sweet. I mean, like with a friend, Bangalore friend, we were
dude,
like,
it's not too sweet. I mean, it goes well with that dosa. You see, every people have their own palate, right? So I think it goes well for their palate. So and I kind of like it, right? I can't eat it every day, but if I go there, I'll definitely like it.
mm,
Right? It's not like for the for my whole life I eat the sambar. I usually don't eat the sambar. Contrary to popular opinion, I don't eat sambar a lot. I am a very big chutney fan, so whenever
okay.
there is just the coconut chutneys I go to. I mean, I don't eat anything else. Sambar by itself is very overrated, if you ask me. But it's I don't want to get into that conversation. But
Right, right, yeah. Chulai Medu
yeah,
place. Yeah,
this
Chulai pizza.
breakfast place, yeah, in Chulai, I think we got there. the place was unusually empty that day, right? Usually, some day, some special day in the calendar, nobody has come for non-veg, and so we were personally taken care by the owner and the waiter. So it was actually a great experience, right? They told how the food was made, how long they've been doing that, running the place, and they gave suggestions. They told us how to eat a certain dish to get the best experience. You don't get that when you had to wait for an hour and then people serve you in a rush, right? You don't get that taste.
When the
Fortunately, we were,
place is pretty popular, we are like
yeah, yeah,
we don't
yeah.
get the service.
Influencers ruin it, man. I mean, it's good place, you ruin it. That's one of the reasons, right? Well, if I like some place, I never say it. Right? Even in this list today, I'm not included them.
Dude, you are doing injustice. No.
No, I'm doing justice to the shop and myself. So,
How many
sure, I
places
mean,
you like didn't say?
maybe two or three.
Right,
Okay,
okay.
but yeah, I mean, this
Yeah.
place was great. I mean, it was,
Our
we were,
podcast is a very small podcast, like listened by people like 300, 400
what if
friends.
it gets big tomorrow? I mean, just looking at the foreseeing the future. I'm just trying to hold it. Maybe I'll use it for another time that when we're speaking, right?
Yeah,
So let's hold off some for the audience so that they'll be. So yeah,
go
I
ahead, go
think
ahead, go
that
ahead.
place was great. That place was great, especially the paya fry.
Mm.
The amazing breakfast.
Paya fry I never saw anywhere.
They usually don't give it with the gravy, right? They fry the gravy in the pan, and it's paya but dry with a
Mm.
lot of flavor back there,
Mm.
right? The waiter was like, you will anyway waste a lot of gravy, so let me give you fry so that you don't waste any and you eat it all. And like makes sense. So great
What
place.
about this place called Kaja by Tiffin Center in Triplicane? Same
I
Baroda and
so it was on my list. So that day it was either Kaja Boy or Ganapati Military or Ratna, right?
okay.
So my friend was like, let's not go to this place, let's go to so we went.
Mm. Kajapa is a good place. I went there, and the
So
paya and
usually
baroda
the
is nice.
paya, right, they give one leg, right?
Mm.
They usually give one leg with a lot of gravy.
Mm.
Right? Here they give two legs without the gravy.
Okay.
And that's 300 rupees.
Mm.
It's actually great value for money and it tasted amazing.
Mm. Right. Any
The
other
best.
breakfast places? Vegetarian for vegetarians.
Vegetarian, okay. There is even in TT here, there's a place called Rajeshwari.
Okay.
It's the ghee roast and all is great. I mean, it's like a typical veg place.
Mm.
And Ambattur, there used a place called the Vasanta Tiffin Center. They give
Okay.
appam and vadagaris,
Oh.
like a great uh,
Then
this
our
thing.
this one Mari Tiffin Center in
No,
Saidapet.
I've never been to Mari. Like
You never
I
been? Okay.
wanted to, but I never been to Mari.
So I
But
think Mahari is the place where
Vadagari was,
Vadagari originated.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Vadagari is,
There is a song line called Saidapeta Vadagari, and like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
mm,
It's known for.
mm,
I know the history, but I've never been there.
it's very
I should,
close to Saidapet local railway station.
but yeah, yeah.
Mm, yep.
Then there is Nair Mess in Chepak, which is known for lunch.
Mm,
They're known for fish fry, especially.
okay.
It's a very old restaurant. I think it's from the 1960s. It was there. Nair's Mess is a great place to eat seafood. I think breakfast everywhere you will get decent breakfast.
Is there any other places other than Mannadi for iftar snacks in Chennai?
There is a place called Dasa Makan. It's
Mm,
near Oteri. That's also that neighborhood is known for the
mm,
neighborhood is known for beef dishes,
mm.
but which kind of translate to they'll also be busy during iftar. But I think Manadi got too famous for their fancy snacks,
Uh,
the lollipop and all that.
no, the
But I think
snacks in Mannadi is very fancier than what I could like find here.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, Mannadi has like more varieties.
Yeah, I mean only during iftar season. The other seasons it'll be normal.
There is
You get the usual stuff.
this place called Firdos in Mannadi.
Firdaus, yeah, yeah.
Pretty popular place.
Atinis and Firdaus are the two places where it'll be extremely rough. I mean, I've been there once and never going again during iftar.
And like Firdos available like 365 days, so we can go anytime. So,
Oh, okay.
mm, so
Maybe next time. Yeah, yeah.
yep. So Yep, I think another place I missed out is this one at Tangal called Sandhi Chettinadu Hotel. That
Okay.
that is okay. I couldn't like properly say the bookmark, the landmark, but yeah, in Tangal. So very nice place. Yeah, it is very close to a wine shop.
Obviously,
Obviously, yes. Of course, there only you get some
spicy food
spicy food.
should always be, geographically proximally placed, conveniently placed next to a
Wine shop
task mark.
bar, yes.
Yeah, to amplify reach. So,
So it was really good parota, and there they have like different types of salna.
the thing about those places, right next to, especially the one right next to task mark, it will be too spicy. I mean,
Mm.
you can't handle the spice.
People
Normal, if you're sober, you can't handle the spice. I mean,
people more than 30 don't try these places.
no, no. I mean, it's not that. I mean, if you're sober, don't try it.
Mm.
I think that's the advice you should give, right? If you're drunk, you can enjoy it, but sober, I think it'll be too spicy. You'll be conscious enough to know that it's too spicy. So,
Mm. Like other than that, okay, I think we have almost covered more than like 50 places for food. I guess.
oh, okay,
Yeah, right.
not
Like
bad, not bad.
we'll talk about communities in Chennai. Like it is very new to Chennai. After this COVID or like in the same time only all these communities began in Chennai. It was there initially, but not well known. Can you name any community? I mean, tech communities for people.
I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not great. I don't have a great amount of knowledge with respect to the community scene, but there were some great communities back in early 2000s. They still operate efficiently. They still have a lot of members. One is the Madrasters is a design community.
Yep, yep.
They were called Chennai Photoshop User Group back then.
Yeah.
I think now they're called Madrasters. That is one. I used to go to their meetups
Oh,
early
cool.
on, 2014, 13, during that time. Then there is Chennai Weekend Clickers, who's I was part of. And they are like weekend photography community. There's great group, great bunch of people. And there is some urban sketching club. People go to places and they sketch heritage buildings or, basically sketch, not heritage buildings, they just sketch a lot. So that's the urban sketching club. There is to be an active blogging club or a blogging community in Chennai. Right now it's kind of dormant, so it's not very active. Uh, Now I think there is blogging has moved to influencing on Insta, and so I think back then everybody used to have a uh, blogspot URL and used to blog or a WordPress. So back then it was the thing, right? We used to get called for restaurant openings to write about it on our
Oh,
blogs.
really? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We were OG influencers in
So you were
2000.
also part of them, like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Any community that helps me kill some time, I'll be part of that. Back then. I think right now I don't know a lot of community what's happening, especially tech. I really don't have no idea. I'm in tech, but I don't have idea. I don't think that there is anything that big in Chennai,
hmm.
especially with respect to the tech space. So
What about
yeah,
marketing folks? You are from marketing. No.
no, I don't think there is any marketing community. I think there are a
Mm.
bunch of online communities where people collaborate, but I don't think there is a Chennai specific marketing or SaaS
Mm.
community per se. So,
Mm. Right. So like I can throw some design community names since from design background. So there is this community called Chennai.design, and they recently it's a paid community. I think 999 per year, I guess. So yeah, they're doing pretty good. And also this community called Clan. They recently started. Yeah, I mean all these communities are recently started, and also Madrastas you mentioned, and there is this one called SaaS Design. Also, I think this one is completely ran by Kissflow people. And also, Freshworks started a community long back, but they didn't, continue it. I think it's SaaS XD or SaaS D, I forgot. You might know.
no, I think it's SAFT. Yeah, yeah,
SaaS
yeah.
D.
I remember it,
Mm.
like, vaguely remember.
So these are some design communities I know. Like, and also I put a post on LinkedIn And I like to thank Dirisina, who is from Super Ops. He put a comment saying, I think he's into reading. He suggested two other communities called Bessie Roads and Tower Roads, related to.
Oh, it's Bessie Reads and Tower Reads.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Bessie Reads and Tower Roads. Okay.
It's not a biking community; it's a reading community. So it's
Yes, yes.
Bessie Reads. I mean, yeah, I think they're new. I think
Mm,
they are doing quite well. I mean, I
mm.
keep hearing about them. So
Cool, cool. Right, right. But no communities for writing and others. I mean, at this
no,
point,
sadly, no. I think there
sadly,
might
no.
be. Maybe I'm not that popular enough to get accepted into those communities. And so I guess there isn't anything that I know of. In Tamil, there are a couple of reading and writing communities, but they are not well known as well. I mean, they operate with a very, they are flying under the radar maybe. It Tamil, definitely there will be a couple of reading and writing communities, but other than that, I don't think it's anything that's well known. You can refer to, or you can refer another friend to, right? There is something like that.
So for founders in SaaS, of course, you have SaaS Boomi, and
Yeah.
recently there is this person. They started this community called AI Brains. Um,
Okay.
so it's about
And
like
there is Samal Proner as well, right? And
Tamil
Tamal
Pranay. Yeah,
Proner,
yeah. So, dude, I was
Tamal
part of
Proner is
Tamil Pranay. I'm sorry, I didn't mention the name. Yeah.
yeah, Tamal Proner is there. I mean, they're also doing good. I mean, not a part of it, but I keep following Praveen, right? Praveen
Yeah,
is the one who's. I keep following Praveen on Twitter, and he's doing a good job, a great job actually. So yeah,
right. So yeah, Tamilpreneur is to support Tamil speaking entrepreneurs, and it was initially more of tech, and now they are like kind of expanding and supporting all startups, like from tier two, tier three places also.
nice, 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 very
Yes.
good.
So and other than that, product folks are like kind of coming into Chennai recently. Um,
Really?
yeah, yeah. They have done like 3 4 workshops. Even Sanjeev did a workshop there.
Oh, okay, okay. Not. I mean, I think I'm already too plugged into product. I don't want to be part of more product communities. I mean, that's the reason I look for something totally different, right?
Mm.
You know, maybe photography or art might interest me, not another tech community to be part of. There's nothing wrong in being part of a tech community, but I'm in tech already, so I don't want too much tech for me. So it's like I want escape to be something different and not more tech. Uh, so basically, if I were to look for more, I think I'd look for something else differently, right? Something
Mm.
that's into arts, or maybe something that's into travel, or uh, maybe a different kind of a club, maybe a cinema club, or a reading club rather than.
There must be
Uh,
a cinema club. No,
might be.
might
There
be.
they do some communities do screenings, rooftop screenings,
Mm.
but it's not like they're too active,
Mm.
right? Automatic music is good for especially for music, but I think
How often they are doing?
the I think once 2 3 months, I don't know,
Okay.
but they do throughout the year, but they do it regularly and they get sold out really fast. So
Mm.
it's there. I think that's pretty much it. It's not exactly a community. Automotive music is not
Mm.
exactly a community.
Mm.
But cinema clubs are there, but they're not very active. I mean, they're not regular. Active, I
Nowadays
mean,
there
they're
is
not doing.
this rise of anime clubs also.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know about Chennai. I think
Uh,
there's anime, there's DTS, army stuff. I mean, a lot of. I mean, those are things I'm not very interested in. So I'm not looking enough for
mm.
those kind of communities.
Mm.
Like what I look for is what I can say, right? So maybe somebody else would be a better person to answer about the community part.
Yep, yep, yep. Yes, so I think that's it. I think we spoke a lot and like have like put up a lot of names, and if you like took down them, you could have like got a page list of I mean page full of places. So try it out. That's it for the episode. Thank you so
Yeah,
much,
I
Karthik.
I have a
Yeah,
hey, sorry to interrupt,
yeah.
man. So I have a Notion document of all the good restaurants, and
Okay,
what's the best thing to try there, and I have the details. I'll just share that
he won't
Notion link to
share.
you.
He won't share.
No, it's got the good places,
Okay.
except for a few, but I share the Notion document with you.
Okay.
But yeah, nice talking to you, Sachin.
Right. Can I
So
put that link in the description?
yes. I'll share it after the call.
Right. So yeah, in the Bangalore episode, I'll put the Bangalore list in the description.
Great.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Karthik. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was great talking to you, Sachin. Yeah, take care.
Okay. Bye.